Jesus.
Sorry.
Lights, camera, regrets. In the glitzy world of Hollywood, there are movie scenes that actors wish they could erase from the archives. From cringe-worthy romantic encounters to scandalous regrets. Let's see some shocking and scandalous moments that had actors shaking their heads in disbelief. Get ready for a behind-the-scenes glimpse that will leave you gasping for more. Sylvester Stallone in Stop, or My Mom Will Shoot. When it comes to the movie industry, actors and actresses oftentimes have to face the fact that sometimes the movie is not well received by critics. But this one was rather a trick. Stop, or My Mom Will Shoot, is a 1992 comedy film in which Sylvester Stallone plays a tough police officer with an overbearing and meddlesome mother.
Mom, what are you doing here?
Mommy's gotta change you.
Ah! Mommy, I don't want to be changed.
I've gotta change you.
The film was widely panned by critics and is often regarded as one of Stallone's least successful projects. Arnold Schwarzenegger tricked Sylvester Stallone into accepting the role in Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, which became a legendary Hollywood tale. The movie left Stallone openly expressing regret for taking on this comedic role, being tricked, and cited it to be one of the low points in his career. And he has been open about his feelings regarding the movie.
I heard that he tricked you into doing the movies that didn't work.
I thought it was like Romancing the Stone, and I went, oh my God, this is, last night I went out honky-tonk.
Yeah!
What am I doing?
Yeah!
Interestingly, he even won a Razzie Award for Worst Actor for his performance in the film. Sharon Stone, Basic Instinct. Sharon Stone's role in the 1992 action movie Basic Instinct as Catherine Trammell is one of the most iconic and controversial performances in her career. By showing explicit content in the famous interrogation scene where her character, Catherine Trammell, crosses her legs to reveal she isn't wearing underwear. In numerous interviews and discussions about Basic Instinct, Sharon Stone has mentioned feeling uncomfortable with the level of nudity and sexuality in the film.
This is the first time I've ever spoken in public about this. I feel that there is a need for closure.
She has also talked about the challenges of dealing with the intense media scrutiny and public attention that followed the movie's release. Despite her mixed feelings about the film, Sharon Stone acknowledges that Basic Instinct played a significant role.
He was so stunned, and I thought, okay. And then he walked over and he goes, this is gonna seem very creepy, but...
in catapulting her to international stardom and opening doors for her in Hollywood. Ron and Hermione's kiss scene. The kiss scene between Ron Weasley and Hermione, played by Rupert Grint Granger and Emma Watson, takes place in the final installment of the series, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Part 2, which was released in 2011. Although the film is about the culmination of Ron and Hermione's years of friendship and unspoken emotions and relationship between the characters, both the stars, Emma Watson in particular, found it a bit too weird to act the scene. Now, to make matters worse, Emma Watson kept sharing her views about the scene in numerous interviews to be a horrible experience.
Someone is literally like a sibling to you. You've grown up with them. Put in a situation where you have to kiss them is just really awkward.
Actors who portrayed Ron and Hermione found it to be an emotional and memorable moment of conclusion to their characters' development.
In that moment, it's about both of them realizing, if we're gonna die tonight, the one thing I actually want to do is kiss you.
Ryan Reynolds in Green Lantern. Ryan Reynolds has been open about his disappointment with his role as Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, in the 2011 film Green Lantern.
Yeah. If you could rate the Green Lantern on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best movie, 1 being the worst,
I would give it a...
yeah, 1! It's a 1!
So much so that he, along with Taika Waititi, who was a co-star in Green Lantern, both disappeared when the idea of them having met before was being discussed in an interview for the movie Free Guy.
About that, be in the same room.
Green Lantern.
Yeah, that was...
Green tomatoes.
Because I don't remember you guys.
You did Green Lantern,
It was
right?
definitely Green Lantern.
Right?
From CGI costume to script, Reynolds didn't like the storytelling.
Please don't make the super suit green.
And it personally became disappointing to him. He expressed a witty scene much related to the Green Lantern role in the post-credits scene of Deadpool, a character which he managed to portray successfully. Deadpool and its sequel Deadpool 2 became major hits, earning critical acclaim and a devoted fan following, further cementing Ryan Reynolds' status as a beloved figure in the world of comic book movies. Kate Winslet in Titanic. Kate Winslet's expression of regret regarding Titanic in the iconic scene where her character, Rose DeWitt Bukater, didn't save Jack Dawson, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, is often mentioned in a lighthearted and humorous manner. It has become something of a running joke in her career.
Come back. I'll never let go. I promise.
Kate Winslet has often joked about how there was enough space on the floating piece of debris that Rose and Jack were clinging to, and that they both could have survived if Rose had made room for Jack.
You say, "I'll never let you go, Jack," but you do.
I lied. He just should have tried harder to get on that door, because I think he would have...
Totally enough room.
The film catapulted both actors to international stardom and has had a lasting impact on their careers. In reality, the decision for Rose to let go of Jack was a creative choice made by the film's director James Cameron to heighten the dramatic tension and tragedy of the story. Robert Pattinson in Twilight series. Robert Pattinson, the British actor, gained worldwide fame for his role as Edward Cullen in the Twilight film series. While Robert Pattinson has not outright expressed hatred for his role in Twilight, he has been quite open about the challenges and mixed feelings he had during his time working on the franchise.
My entire performance is based on having extreme discomfort having contact lenses in your eyes.
From initial discomfort of playing the character setting to challenges with the role, where he had to very specifically play the vampire character, which limited his range as an actor. Pattinson has often made humorous and self-deprecating comments about his role in Twilight.
Well, there's definitely something wrong with her, and there's very obviously something wrong with me.
It's worth noting that over the years, Robert Pattinson has established himself as a versatile actor, taking on a wide range of roles in independent films and critically acclaimed projects. His career has moved beyond Twilight, and he has received praise for his work in films like Good Time, The Lighthouse, Tenet, and The Batman. Natalie Portman in Black Swan, 2010. Natalie Portman's role in Black Swan is a 2010 psychological thriller where she played the lead role of Nina Sayers, a talented but fragile ballet dancer who is vying for the lead role in a New York City production of Swan Lake. The character that she was playing required a significant physical and emotional transformation.
It's really a combination of doing both at the same time. It's usual to have emotional challenges, also have the physical aspect.
With intense training in ballet for several months to prepare for the role. Apart from physical aspects that she had to bear mentally, but also the mental health issues from perfectionism, anxiety, and self-doubt.
I had to feel really confident to be able to do a turn right, but I had to be acting really insecure. So the combination of the physical challenge and the emotional challenge was definitely one of the biggest feats, I think.
The role of Nina is complex because she must embody both the delicate white swan and the seductive and dark black swan. Portman worked closely with director Darren Aronofsky to bring the character to life, and her commitment to the role were key factors in the film's success. She earned the Academy Award for Best Actress in 2011, along with numerous other awards and nominations.
Aronofsky, I am blessed to have just gotten to get to work with you every day.
Margot Robbie, no panties scene. Margot Robbie's role as Naomi LaPaglia in the 2013 film The Wolf of Wall Street gained significant attention due to a memorable scene in the film that involves her character Naomi not wearing panties.
Mommy is just so sick and tired of wearing panties.
Even so, she didn't want her family to see where her brother is said to have stopped talking to her after seeing the scene.
I just flat out lied to my family for a really long time. Yeah, there is no nudity. I'm not doing any nudity.
In the scene, Naomi seduces Jordan Belfort, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, by lifting her leg. The film, directed by Martin Scorsese and based on the real-life story of Jordan Belfort, was known for its explicit content and provocative scenes. Margot Robbie's portrayal of Naomi LaPaglia was a standout aspect of her performance in the film and contributed to her rising star status in the industry.
But I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I had a couple shots of tequila before that scene because I was very nervous, very nervous.
Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean series. The role of Johnny Depp's portrayal of Captain Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of the Caribbean series is iconic in the manner in which he brought humor, wit, and unpredictability to the character, making Sparrow instantly recognizable and beloved. Now, despite the fact that Johnny Depp's acting and character built the name of the Pirates of the Caribbean film franchise, he was dropped after being accused by his former wife of domestic abuse.
So they didn't remove my character from the rides. They didn't stop selling merchandise. They just didn't want there to be something trailing behind me that they'd find.
The Sun, which had referred to him as a wife-beater in an article, leading to negative publicity and fallout from this case, led to Disney Studio announcing that they would not be working with Johnny Depp in future installments of the franchise. As the court trial started and the accusations against Depp started to prove to be false, Depp ditched Disney and refused ever to return to Pirates of the Caribbean in the manner the studio dropped him during the Amber Heard abuse case on a mere accusation.
If Disney came to you with $300 million and a million alpacas, nothing on this earth would get you to go back and work with Disney on a Pirates of the Caribbean film. Correct?
That is true, Mr. Roddenborn.
George Clooney in Batman and Robin. George Clooney played the role of Batman, Bruce Wayne, in the 1997 film Batman and Robin. This film is widely regarded as one of the less successful entries in the Batman film franchise, primarily due to its campy tone, over-the-top visuals, and critical panning. In the years following the release of Batman and Robin, George Clooney has been open about his disappointment with the film and his portrayal of Batman in it, and has publicly apologized on multiple occasions.
Did you see him in that film? There'd just be shots of me in a rubber suit and a Batman outfit.
His Batman costume in Batman and Robin is often jokingly referred to as having bat nipples.
For your consideration. Matt Damon taking it out,
contributing to the film's negative reception. While Clooney's portrayal of Batman was met with mixed reviews, he has since become a respected actor, director, and philanthropist, and he's moved on to a successful career in more critically acclaimed films. Megan Fox in Transformers series. Although the role of Michaela Baines catapulted Megan Fox to worldwide fame after the first Transformers film became a massive commercial success, Fox criticized director Michael Bay's approach and the objectification of her character.
I don't think there's anything wrong with being it's just the problem that part was so loud that it muted out the rest of who I was.
With Fox having made several public comments about her experience working with Michael Bay to have a directing style as demanding and intense.
Michael, she's 15, so you can't sit her at the bar and she can't have a drink in her hand, so he didn't have me dancing underneath the waterfall getting soaking wet. At 15, I was in 10th grade.
As she returned on the set for Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen, Michael Bay commented that she was and looked different than before. This, in combination with her earlier comments about Michael Bay and her character portrayal, resulted in on-set tensions, leading to her departure from the franchise. In later years, Megan Fox expressed regret for the way she had publicly criticized Michael Bay and acknowledged that her remarks may have impacted her career negatively.
I was young when a lot of that was happening. I was really self-righteous in my anger. I thought I was right to speak the way that I spoke. And as I got a little older, I understood, regardless of whatever my issues were, they should always have remained private.
Both Fox and Bay later stated that they had reconciled and moved on from the conflicts of the past.
I get invited to his Christmas parties.
Nice, I love that.
We're BFFs.
Who made the first move in the reconciliation?
I did.
You did?
I did.
Emilia Clarke watching Game of Thrones with parents. Emilia Clarke, the actress known for her role as Daenerys Targaryen in the popular TV series Game of Thrones, has indeed expressed regret about watching certain explicit scenes from the show with her parents and how uncomfortable it could be when explicit scenes appeared on the screen.
Sitting them down and being like, let's watch it, and then instantly regretting it.
So you were
Being
with
like,
your
oh dear.
parents?
Yeah.
She has humorously recounted moments of trying to hide her face or feeling embarrassed during those scenes. Clarke's comments about watching Game of Thrones with her parents highlight the challenges that can arise when actors are involved in projects with explicit content and the unique dynamics that can emerge when their loved ones watch their work. It's worth noting that the show's explicit content was a topic of discussion throughout its run, and many viewers had similar experiences while watching it with family members or friends.
Before we move any further, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you can keep watching our amazing content.
Zoe Saldana playing Nina Simone. Zoe Saldana's portrayal of Nina Simone in the 2016 biographical film Nina generated significant controversy and criticism. The film aimed to depict the life of the iconic American singer and civil rights activist Nina Simone. But the casting of Zoe Saldana, who is of Dominican and Puerto Rican descent, as Simone, who is African American, sparked a debate about race and representation in Hollywood.
Being hurt by the comment, I don't care who tells me that I am not this and I am not that. I know who I am, and I know what Nina Simone means to me. That is my truth, and that set me free.
The controversy intensified due to the use of makeup and prosthetics to alter Saldana's appearance, including skin darkening and a prosthetic nose, which many found to be racially insensitive. Zoe Saldana, who did it out of love for Nina, defended her role in the film.
Never played Nina. I should have done everything in my power to cast a black woman to play an exceptionally perfect black woman.
As Simone's family and estate also expressed their disapproval of the casting in the film itself, which led to further public criticism and at a point led to Zoe regretting having played the character. Halle Berry on Catwoman. Halle Berry has publicly expressed regret about her role in the 2004 superhero film Catwoman. The movie, based on the DC Comics character Catwoman, received overwhelmingly negative reviews and is often cited as one of the worst superhero films ever made. In the years following the release of Catwoman, Halle Berry openly discussed her disappointment with the film and her regret in taking on the role. She famously accepted her Razzie Award for Worst Actress in Person and delivered a humorous speech acknowledging that the film was not well received.
I was at the top, and then Catwoman just plummeted me to the bottom.
Berry attributed her decision to star in Catwoman to a combination of factors, including the desire to play a strong female character and the belief that the film had the potential to be a groundbreaking and empowering superhero movie for women. Jamie Dornan, 50 Shades of Grey series. Jamie Dornan, known for his role as Christian Grey in the 50 Shades of Grey film series, has openly expressed mixed feelings and regrets about his involvement in the franchise.
I will probably never play a character again in my life.
His primary concern revolves around the potential typecasting that can come with playing such a high-profile character in an erotic romance genre, which might limit his career diversity and opportunities for varied roles. Additionally, Dornan has discussed the emotional and psychological challenges he faced in portraying the complex character of Christian Grey. However, it's important to note that Dornan also acknowledges the positive aspects of his 50 Shades experience, including the exposure it brought him in Hollywood and the opportunities it provided. Since his time in the franchise, he has actively pursued a range of acting roles to demonstrate his versatility and expand beyond the boundaries of the character that initially brought him fame. Jim Carrey on Kick-Ass 2: Violence. In Kick-Ass 2, Carrey played the role of Colonel Stars and Stripes, a vigilante superhero who forms a team to fight crime alongside the titular character. Although Jim Carrey took the role in acting and never showed any regrets in interviews after the shooting ended, he had a change of heart about the film, particularly in the wake of a school shooting in December 2012. He took to Twitter to express his concerns about the movie's violent content, stating that he could not support the level of violence portrayed in the film and that he regretted his involvement. The film's producers and cast members, including the creator of the Kick-Ass comic book series, Mark Miller, defended the movie's content, emphasizing its fictional nature.
I don't think of myself in the same bracket as someone like Stan Lee or Jack Kirby, you know, who made those characters up, but you forget.
And the fact that it was intended for mature audiences. Jim Carrey's stance on violence in Kick-Ass 2 was about the responsibility of actors and filmmakers when it comes to the portrayal of violence in media and its consequences on society. His decision to distance himself from the film remained a notable aspect of the movie's promotion and release. Angelina Jolie, Changeling. Portraying Christine Collins in Changeling was emotionally taxing for Angelina Jolie. The film's themes of loss and justice required her to tap into profound emotions. She likely researched the real events to understand the emotional turmoil. Filming intense scenes like confronting corrupt authorities demanded a deep emotional commitment. Actors often draw from their own emotions, and such roles can be draining. Jolie's dedication to authenticity in her performance contributed to the emotional toll. It highlights the challenge of portraying emotionally charged characters.
I always wanted to work with him, but also knowing how difficult this film would be, that I would be taken care of through it with somebody who would help me get through it.
Sean Connery on being Bond. Despite being a great Bond character, Sean Connery did express some regret and mixed feelings about his iconic role as James Bond. Although his role as the British secret agent got him fame, he also experienced challenges and limitations associated with the character, from being typecast as James Bond, where his career choices would be limited, to playing the character, to contractual disputes,
doing things, especially as an actor, I just found it became very limiting.
That Connery had with the producers of the Bond franchise, which further contributed to his decision to step away from the role. He announced his retirement from the role of James Bond.
Well, he apparently has said he's out. You know, we love Idris.
To explore different acting opportunities. But after facing years of legal battle with the producers of the official Bond series, he returned as Bond in 1983 for Never Say Never Again, to give the character a proper farewell. Bob Hoskins, Mario. Bob Hoskins, the talented actor who portrayed Mario in the 1993 live-action adaptation of Super Mario Bros., expressed regret about his involvement in the film.
I didn't even know it was a game. It was my kids that told me.
He openly admitted that the movie was one of the worst career choices he had ever made. His regret primarily stemmed from the film's troubled production and the final result not living up to his expectations. Hoskins was known for his versatile acting skills and had a successful career in both dramatic and comedic roles. Taking on the role of Mario in Super Mario Bros. Represented a departure from his usual work, and he likely did not anticipate the challenges and creative differences that would arise during the making of the film. Despite his regret, Bob Hoskins remained a respected actor in the industry, and his talent continued to shine in various other roles throughout his career. Ben Affleck playing Daredevil. Ben Affleck's portrayal of Daredevil in the 2003 film of the same name was marred by challenging production and creative differences. The movie faced numerous hurdles during its making, including clashes between Affleck and the director, Mark Steven Johnson, over the film's direction. When Daredevil was released, it garnered mixed reviews from critics and audiences, and didn't achieve the expected blockbuster success. Affleck openly expressed regret about his involvement in the film in various interviews and public appearances. He described the experience as disappointing, primarily due to the difficulties faced during production and his dissatisfaction with the final result. However, it's important to note that his career in the superhero genre underwent a significant resurgence when he took on the role of Batman, Bruce Wayne, in the DC Extended Universe, DCEU. His portrayal in films like Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice and Justice League received positive reviews, marking a redemption in the superhero realm after his less than satisfactory experience with Daredevil. Bruce Willis, Color of Night. Color of Night, 1994, is an erotic thriller starring Bruce Willis as a psychologist entangled in a murder investigation and a passionate affair with a patient. The film's explicit sexual content and nudity led to an NC-17 rating in the United States, a significant departure from Willis's action hero image established through films like Die Hard. Willis later expressed regret for his involvement in the movie, primarily due to its explicit nature and the way it was marketed. as it did not align with his established career. Additionally, the film received negative reviews and performed poorly at the box office. Despite this, Color of Night has gained a cult following among fans of erotic thrillers, serving as a curious footnote in Willis's career and a reminder of the risks actors take when stepping out of their comfort zones. Mark Wahlberg in The Happening. Mark Wahlberg has openly expressed regret for his involvement in the 2008 film The Happening. He branded the film a bad movie, and during a press conference for The Fighter in 2010, he told his co-star Amy Adams that she dodged a bullet when she lost the chances to star in The Happening. Wahlberg has been candid about his dissatisfaction with his own performance in the movie, acknowledging that he struggled with how his character was portrayed and delivered some of his lines. He's admitted to not fully grasping the script's nuances and the film's intended tone when he accepted the role, leading to his later regret. Wahlberg often humorously refers to The Happening as one of the low points of his career. Nevertheless, it's essential to recognize that Wahlberg has enjoyed a successful career with many critically acclaimed films and performances, both before and after this particular project, demonstrating his versatility and talent in the entertainment industry. Keanu Reeves in Bram Stoker's Dracula. Keanu Reeves played Jonathan Harker in the 1992 film Bram Stoker's Dracula, which was considered as a classic by some. Reeves, however, had garnered mixed reviews about his performance as Harker. He himself mentions not being satisfied with the performance despite having spent hours trying hard to practice the British accent.
If I may inquire, what in fact happened to Mr.
Not to mention that the film was critically slammed. Reeves has acknowledged the challenges he faced, particularly with the English accent required for the character. Even in interviews, he admitted to somewhat feeling out of his depth, acting alongside esteemed actors like Gary Oldman and Anthony Hopkins. He has also expressed gratitude for the experience and the chance to work with such a talented cast and renowned director. Overall, he tends to focus on the positive aspects of his career and has gone on to achieve significant success with roles in beloved franchises like The Matrix and John Wick, amassing a dedicated fan base and critical acclaim. Harrison Ford Blade Runner. Initially, Harrison Ford was somewhat critical of the film during its production. He famously clashed with Ridley Scott over certain aspects of his character and the script, feeling that his character wasn't fully fleshed out. He once referred to Blade Runner as a film without a personality. However, as time has passed and Blade Runner has become a cult classic and a highly regarded science fiction film, Ford's perspective on it has softened. He has since expressed more positive sentiments about the film, acknowledging its enduring impact on cinema and its complex themes. He even reprised his role as Rick Deckard in the 2017 sequel Blade Runner 2049, which received critical acclaim. In interviews, Ford has embraced the significance of Blade Runner in his career and the science fiction genre, showcasing a more appreciative stance towards the film and its enduring legacy. Brad Pitt, The Devil's Own. Brad Pitt has openly expressed regret about his role in the 1997 film The Devil's Own, despite the high expectations surrounding the movie, which also starred Harrison Ford. The production was marred by numerous issues, including script rewrites, delays, and creative conflicts. Pitt has been candid in interviews about the difficulties he faced during the making of the film.
I had no idea what they're fighting for. I was surprised how little is printed here.
He cited the constantly changing script as a major challenge, making it hard for the actors to fully develop their characters and the story. Moreover, disagreements between Pitt and director Alan J. Pakula further complicated the production. The film received mixed reviews upon release, and although it achieved some commercial success, it didn't meet the critical or box office expectations. In hindsight, Brad Pitt has admitted that The Devil's Own was a trying project and not one he looks back on with pride. It serves as a reminder of a film plagued by behind-the-scenes issues, resulting in a less than satisfactory outcome for those involved, which Pitt has openly acknowledged in interviews. Shia LaBeouf, Indiana Jones. Shia LaBeouf expressed regret for his role as Mutt Williams in Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. His regret primarily stems from creative and artistic concerns, particularly the film's departure from the established tone of the Indiana Jones franchise. He felt that elements like his character's portrayal and the introduction of science fiction elements, such as the crystal skulls, were not in line with the series' traditional themes. LaBeouf also expressed dissatisfaction with his own performance. The movie's mixed reception by both fans and critics likely contributed to his disappointment. It's important to note that his regret is primarily artistic in nature and not related to personal issues. It's time for today's open discussion. Scarlett Johansson played Anna Marks in the 2009 romantic comedy He's Just Not That Into You. The film, based on a popular self-help book, follows the interconnected love lives of various characters. Johansson's character, Anna, is in a long-term, non-committal relationship with Ben, Bradley Cooper, who is married to another woman. Anna's storyline explores the challenges of being involved with a partner who isn't fully committed. Johansson shares her views and history of crushes where things didn't pan out her way, just as this scene from the movie where her character goes above and beyond to convince Bradley Cooper's character. Tell us about what you think about whether Scarlett Johansson actually regretted doing this scene or not. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.